Well, joining us now to talk business and the markets is Tribune Editorial Board member Greg Burns. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Dolly.
Kind of an odd day on Wall Street today. Stocks plunging after that false tweet came out about President Obama and the White House terror attacks. We found out later that AP's Twitter account was hacked. How did the market react and recover from all of this?
Yeah, that was really weird. You know, it was around noon Chicago time, and this tweet came across saying that the White House had been attacked and that the president was injured in the explosions. All nonsense, and the market responded by going down, pretty much straight down for a few minutes until there were contrary reports saying that it was all a fake. And so the hoax resulted in really not much change at all, except for those few minutes where stocks were plunging and then recovering very rapidly. So in the end, it was a good day in Wall Street, but a weird one for sure.
Yeah. It was very interesting to see how it quickly recovered there after when everyone found out that it was a false report. Speaking of reports, we had a slew of earnings reports out today. We had a lot of airlines, Delta, U.S. Airways, all doing well, and news about Boeing.
Well, that's right. U.S. Airways and Delta both reported strong earnings today, and that's what's driving the market. We're in the middle of earnings season, so when you have reports from companies like airlines that are cyclical, things are looking up. That's not bad at all. And in the case of Boeing, you've got hearings going on right now to get its Dreamliner, the prototype plane that it's got going, that it's promised to many, many airlines around the world, back in the air. It was grounded because of a battery fire. And now it looks like the fix that it's suggesting is going to be accepted by regulators. So as long as that happens, Boeing stock should be doing pretty well too in the next few days.
How about Apple? Reported earnings were better than expected there. What's the outlook for Apple?
Well, Outlook reported its earnings after the bell. It's still actually talking as we speak, and it looks good. The initial reports were that its earnings were better than expected, and it's also upping its dividend, which is a good thing since it's sitting on tons and tons of cash, and it's also capable of borrowing immense amounts of money. So the stock ought to respond well to that. But a lot depends on the outlook. If you're an investor and you've been fading Apple, as a lot of people have been selling it, you're thinking that maybe its best days are behind it. So it'll take some convincing and some new products before Apple's really back in the pink. And right now it's around $400 a share, down from $700. So still very high, but it could go higher if they can convince people that they've got more in the pipeline and a bright future.
Sure, it's fun to watch that stock, isn't it? All right,
like
now we have the housing market making a comeback.
Yeah, housing, there was yet another indicator today that it's coming back. It's a slow comeback. We're down so far after the last 6 years that no one should expect housing to suddenly burst out. But for the economy and for the job market, it's a good thing if housing can recover even a little, because that's been the missing link, I think, in our recovery. And housing does affect a lot of different sectors, and one reason why we've been so sluggish in job creation is that market's just been flat on its back. So the spring so far has been really good for housing, and just any kind of floor on the plunge that we saw and a little bit of a recovery would be welcome.
All right, good news. We'll take it. All right, Greg Burns, Tribune Editorial Board member, we appreciate your time. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Dolly.